Welcome to Reality After Show coverage of Australian Survivor, Brains v. Brawn, Dose. Are you guys calling it Dose?
The return.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, God. All right, we're going to work in some Star Wars references. There's all kinds of shit. Get ready. I'm Jonny Fairplay and joined by Titan. That's right. Titans v Rebels. Titan. This guy is an expert and Titan of the world of pop culture, as you know it. Eden Porter. Welcome, Eden Porter.
Yes, thank you very much for having me. They worked pretty hard to get me into the Titans tribe. I think I could have gone. I could have been a rebel. I could have been a Titan. I definitely would have gone into the Brains tribe. I can tell you that right now in this season, though. I'm excited. Thanks for having me, John. This is going to be great.
Yeah, I feel you were kind of shoehorned in almost as much as Haley on Game Changers.
Hey.
Sorry, are those fighting words?
Those are fighting words, sir.
It's so funny when Survivor Game Changers in the US came out. Jeff Probst goes, so by game changers, we mean people that change the game. However, another way to look at it, because we didn't have 10 females to cast, is if given the opportunity to play the game again, how would they change it? And I'm like, that is not what game changers means, Jeff. And you know this.
You got to get that casting locked in, Jeff, before you start throwing around that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But look,
it was almost as bad as Hustlers, Heroes, and Hustlers, Healers, and Heroes.
Heroes, Healers, and Hustlers, John.
Yes, there we go. Those three. And Hustlers, when you're just like, okay, this should be a tribe of scumbags. Yeah. Probst goes, well, sure, but also another version of the word hustlers is people that try real hard and hustle. And I'm like, that is not what hustlers means.
Well, I thought it was funny on our season, some of the rebels, we had a paramedic. Historically rebellious paramedics and firefighters are both on the rebels team.
Yes. So, but based on their gameplay, I feel it all kind of tracked out.
It all works out in the end. Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Eden, congratulations on being a part of one of my favorite seasons of any Survivor of all time. And peek behind the curtain, easily top 10, one of my favorite Survivors I've ever met in person on first meet. We'll put a qualifier on that. You're incredible. I mean, you're everything you were on the show and more, except you're a giant of a man. What are you? In English, 8'12" or 8'13"?
8'12". I'm knocking my head on a roof. I've got a giant mug here. No, 6'4". 6'4" is decent. 6'4" is decent.
Okay, yeah.
You're a big boy. It was funny on the show, though. I forget how tall I am, and then you see the show, and I'm like 2 heads taller than everyone else, looking around, being like, "Oh wow, okay, this is fun. This is interesting. Maybe a Titan of height."
It's so crazy, like when you film Survivor, and you have a perception of your head of how big and how small everyone is. Like, I guess there, but then after the show, so like like Rupert, the gentle giant, Rupert, Rupert is like 5'10", maybe, or 5'9". He's like barely taller than me, and I'm 5'8". And then like I don't know why, but I was under the belief that Tawana was taller than me. And then when I was flying out for the live reunion show, we had I had a layover in St. Louis, and she got on the flight, and I was like, holy, like you're like 5'2". Why did I think you were taller than me?
Ben's pretty tall. Ben was pretty tall, wasn't he?
Burton, he's not 6 foot.
Yeah, really? Oh my God, mate. I'm going to be a giant.
Oh yeah, no. So or Kelly, Hurricane Kelly's ego. Also 8'12".
Shout out to Kel, yeah, wherever you are.
Rebel Kel. So and for the record, 8'12" is 9 foot. I just
yeah. Okay.
I don't know who would ever say
you call that.
Yes.
Yeah,
All
eight
right.
foot 8'13". Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Real quick, elephant in the room. Yes, indeed, the famous dead grandma has passed away this past Friday. Thank you to everyone that has reached out. This is insanity. She loved the whole dead grandma of it all. She as a little kid, I wanted to be famous, and she was just like, I always wanted to be famous. And she's like, why couldn't you have done it 30 years before? I was like, because I wasn't famous then, and I was 30 years earlier, I would have not been born. So there's all those things to factor in. So, but I loved my grandmother a lot. She was amazing. She was absolutely incredible. We do have a video here on the network, which I give some stories, kind of peek behind the curtain stuff of what she was really like, and what she loved, and she did love Jerry Springer. She loved Dr. Phil as well, and her two favorite survivors of all time were in fact myself and Jeff Probst, not in that order. And she hated Rupert.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah. So she had good taste.
Yeah.
But Eden, we are here to talk about Brains versus Brawn season 2, which you guys are not referring to as Dose. Allegedly.
No.
Brains versus Brawn 1 gave us one of the greatest seasons in the history of any survivor of all time.
Loved it. And some great characters came out of that season as well.
Yeah. Were you a King George fan immediately out of the gate, or did it take some time?
No, not at all. Not at all. I didn't like him at all. I found him grating initially, and it's just one of those people that once you get pulled into that orbit, you start getting sucked in, and you start to realize what it's all about and everything like that. But initially, I was not a fan at all. I liked Phil, who got done in the first episode.
Oh, I hated
George. George used his save 5 people, and I was like, oh man, that's unfortunate that you get bungled out of the game for that. But yeah, I loved Haley. I loved George. There was some big characters, great cast, and a lot of like interesting dynamics in that season.
Oh, plant-based Superman and his love of himself.
Yeah, and so obviously Simon came out of that season as well.
We love the Simon here.
We love
Simon.
No,
King George, episode 1, I'm like, what an epic fail in casting.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I'm just like, this guy should not be here. He could potentially be one of the worst players I've ever seen. Would not have put him on the show. And then I don't know if it's the end of episode 2 or the end of episode, and for the record, I hated him. And it was either end of episode 2 or episode 3. I'm just like, do I like this guy?
Yeah. Have I flipped on this guy? Yeah.
And then I'm just like, do I love this guy? And then fast forward, one of the greatest players in the history of the game.
Yeah. Exactly. But George has always had that issue, that initial first episode, second episode, it just takes people a while. Like you see it with all his tribe dynamics. There's always people that are like, let's get rid of him straight away. If he gets through that hump, he's always going to do pretty well, I think.
Yeah, but no, I'm so glad that because I consider you a student of the game.
Big time.
And much like myself, and it's like, we know this, there's nothing you can give us. You're like, been there, done that. We've all seen it. We all know it. And then you see it, George is like, this guy's a dud.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Write him off right away. But they saw something in him, obviously, and it just took a little while to come out. But it is funny. And then he was just a phenomenon that season. That season just became the George season. It was huge in the end.
So, but no, I just cannot believe what a bad read to quote unquote students of the game. They're just like, oh yeah, you're morons.
What do we know? What do we lucky we're not doing casting?
You're going, Emmett's an asshole. I like him. What do we know?
Exactly.
Plant-based Superman.
This new cast, I reckon there's a bunch of characters in this new cast. So I've got some high hopes for this new cast.
Okay, I'm ready for it, and let's bring it up. Let's begin the process. Real quick, I could have saved this for after, but I don't care. I'm about to start tomorrow, episode 1, season 2 of Severance.
Oh, yes. Good. I'm so glad you're getting on board. Yes.
So
yes.
I finished season 1.
You did?
Loved it.
Awesome.
But before I started season 2, I went and listened to the Severance podcast with Ben Stiller and Adam Scott.
Adam Scott, yeah, it's good. It's really.
And
good.
and shockingly, the best episode of the podcast is the Dax Shepard episode. Who knew?
Who knew? But dude, how good is that last episode of season 1? Oh my god!
I am so glad I started now and not 2 years ago. I would be
and had to wait. Yeah, no, 3 years later.
So I started Lost midway through season 3.
Oh really? Oh
yeah. So I like I started, of course, at the beginning. But timeline wise, or whatever timeline we're in, whatever multiverse we're referring to, Earth 6623 or whatever. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, we're gonna nerd out for you guys. Get ready.
Yeah. But if you haven't watched Severance, get on it, people.
Yeah, get on it. Kelly Wentworth, she turned me on to it. So that's
good. Yeah.
So you can thank Wentworth for this. So, but I'm loving it. I just love, it just has like the being John Malkovich vibes.
Oh, massively. Yeah. And just being a lot of the characterizations of between the innies and the outies, it's just fascinating. Like Adam Scott's playing both versions. Like it's just there's so many layers to it. Everything is. I feel like, as opposed to Lost, J.J. Abrams, he loves his mystery boxes. They love to just come up with mysteries, and they figure them out later on. They're like famously
sometimes.
And sometimes they don't. Exactly. But I feel like Severance, everything's in there for a reason. They know exactly where it's going. There's this plan. It's just, it's gonna be a wild ride.
Oh my god, I'm loving it. So everybody just stop watching this podcast now. Start watching Severance. Come back and when the season when Brains versus Brawn 2 is over and it was either great or not, come back, watch these podcasts. You'll love them.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
And the big thing that you'll walk away with is go back and watch this cast assessment, and you'll see that Eden and I, students of the game, are idiots. Oh, sorry, it's spot on. You know what? I'm doing yours. All right. Here we go.
Who we got?
Maybe. We'll see. We tested this before we went live. So did I screw it up? Who's to say?
Hey. Who have we got first up?
I'll see. All right. That's us. That's good.
Oh, look at that.
That's one. And first up is.
Dun, 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 dun. Hey. Who have we got? Oh, got some delay.
Try.
I've lost you.
Me.
Hey.
You lose me?
I can. Since you've gone to this slideshow, you're. Hey. Oh, yes, there's AJ. Are you back?
Okay. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, we're good. All right. Yeah, AJ, poker champion, Brain Tribe. What do you got, Eden?
Okay, so look, famously, poker players haven't done too well on Survivor hysterically. But look, they know they.
Oh, are you trying to say my good friend Jean Robert from Survivor China, not one of the greatest ever?
One of the greatest ever. Or Garrett from Kaelan as well. Yeah. They haven't had the best history.
Oh, God.
But these are some interesting things. AJ is actually a fan of Survivor, and not a lot of those poker players that come in are fans and know the game. He's obviously studied it. He's loved it for a long time. The weird thing he mentions in his youth is that he got into cards through Yu-Gi-Oh card game. Like that kids card game that you play. Like Pokemon. Do you know that? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Well, that's how we got into it.
Sure.
So
no, I got into cards playing. Yeah. I got in playing strip poker as a kid.
So I'm not. You didn't mention strip poker.
If only there were more girls in my neighborhood.
Yeah. I don't even want to know, John. But he said the hardest part for him is the outdoors. He hates the outdoors. He doesn't like sleeping outside. He's used to hotel rooms. He's used to having like a comfy bed to sleep in. So he said that's going to be his hardest thing. But the way that he talks about the game, he wants to be remembered as the best player of any version of Survivor. He wants to be so he's coming in with a lot of energy, and yeah, it could be too much. It could be too much. A lot of these guys come in all guns blazing, and they don't quite put together the alliance that they need before they get too big too fast. I think he's coming in very cocky. It sounds like.
Yeah, my first season of Survivor, I remember sitting on the beach, like we get to the beach, and I said hey to everyone and integrated myself, and then I took a couple minutes alone and sat down. I'm like, what am I doing? I hate the beach. Yeah. I hate camping. I hate bugs. I hate sand, and I don't really like people. This may be a poor decision on my part. So if Jonny Fairplay can overcome those obstacles, I think it is potentially in AJ's wheelhouse that he can as well.
True, very true. Yeah, I think he could. I think he's either going to burn out really quick, or he's either going to burn out really quick, or he's going to hang around for a long time. Who you got?
I'm going pre-merge boot.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm going. I think he makes merge. But he's gonna be one of the early merge boots.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Next. Allie, an AI expert on the Brain Tribe that's not even a real job. All right.
Yeah, I don't know what an AI expert is. I don't know if she's like look, it's a weird job title. It's a weird job title. But it's a strange job title for someone of her personality, because she comes across as a good old Aussie, North Queensland, likes the outdoors, a bit of an Aussie lady sort of thing, like a little bit older as well. But a very strange job for someone that is in. You expect someone like Ali to be working on a farm or a rancher or something like that, but no, she's an AI expert. So this combination of being down, knowing about this, I don't know, the ins and outs of how the mind works with AI, and being this good old trustworthy Aussie, can that be a good game-winning combination? I'm not sure. It doesn't say that she is a big fan of the game, so I'm not sure how much she's going to really grasp what she needs to do to get further. What are you thinking?
Is she even real? Is she AI? Who's to say?
Yeah, exactly. What do you think about
it? I'm going to continue the streak here. I think Ali is a pre-merge boot, but based on seeing Ali, I like AJ's chances immensely better. So AJ still pre-merge boot, not as bad as Ali. The AI thing of it all is too much for me.
Yeah, I think I think she's a pre-merge boot as well. Here you go.
All right. Indy, business development manager, also the Brain Tribe. I guess we're doing all the Brain Tribe in a row. Indy, they named the dog Indy.
You're named after the dog? Yeah. Now, what you don't know about Indy, right, is yes, she's a business development manager, but by night, she's also a stand-up comedian. So She's stand-up comedian, which I did not see coming at all. Very interesting. She doesn't strike me as that sort of, hey guys, it's like get up in front of the crowd sort of thing. So it's a very interesting combo. She's also a mum. And her favorite player is Kirby. She's a big Kirby fan. So can she play like Kirby? We're not quite sure yet. I think she's going to, even though she's a stand-up comedian, I think she's going to get overwhelmed by some of these other bigger, bombastic personalities out there. Sometimes people come in with jobs and they think in their head, oh yeah, I'm going to be really popular and going to be all over the place and social butterfly. And then there's even bigger personalities that come out and then they just sort of shrink back. And I know that's exactly what happened to Eileen. Eileen felt that she was going to be this big social butterfly coming out there in our season. And then when you had Ferris's and you had Kirby's and Kelly's and Garrick's and all these big people, big personalities, she sort of withdrew a little bit. She's like, oh God, okay, I can't compete with that. And I'm going to let them just sort of play the game. So I get that sort of vibe from Indy as well.
All right. Question, Eden. Who is your favorite female stand-up comedian?
Oh, I like Sarah Silverman. I think she's good. No?
All right. Trick question. There's no such thing.
Outrageous, mate. Outrageous.
They're not they're not funny.
Hey. Okay. Indy's all right. Indy will blow our socks off when she's out on the
island. Kidding. I'm making jokes here. I have Kindy. I have Indy going post merge. I'm going the opposite route of you. I think the comedy. I do not think she's going to shrink. I think she's going to blossom, and I think she's going to find some inroads with that.
Okay. I think she's going to shrink, and she's going to be a pre-merge boot.
Okay.
Who's up next?
Kaelan, one of those is correct. PhD student, Brain Tribe.
Yeah, so there's been no, like, over here in Australia, there's a lot of pre-show sort of press and there's little clips and they've released bios and everything. There has been nothing about Kaelan, like, at all. It's really weird. There's been no promotion or anything, so it's actually quite strange. But he comes across as one of the fit people on the Brains Tribe. So obviously they need to be able to compete with the Brawn. So he's super fit. He feels like he'll be underestimated a little bit because he is really fit, but he reckons that he's also really smart. He loves getting on with everyone, so he's going to try and form alliances with as many people as possible. But he says that he loves Hayley. Hayley's his big influence from the game, and that he wants to improve on Hayley's game, which I think is quite hard to do considering she won Brains versus Brawn. Like, how do you improve on that?
Yeah. Wow. Bold words, Cotton.
Let's see how it pans out.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to be nice here and not trying to be nice and not say everyone's a pre-merge boot other than Indy so far. I feel Kaelan, one of those is correct, will be the victim of a pre-merge tribe swap and will be the first casualty.
Yes. Actually, that's a good call because he's someone they're going to target him just before merge because he's going to be quite fit. I think he's going to get through the start of the game fine. But yeah, I reckon maybe after a swap or something, getting close to merge, I think he might be cut loose. Who's next?
Karin. Everyone loves a good Karin. She's a doctor. She's also on the Brain
She's a
Tribe.
doctor. Now, she is an interesting one. Actually, have you seen that overalls with the little duck on it there? There is someone in season 48 of American Survivor with that exact top starting at the exact same time. That is weird.
Yes.
So obviously she's coming in as a doctor. I think again she's going to get swallowed up by big personalities. She's in her bio, she talks a lot about control, like being a doctor. She wants everything to be a certain way. She wants to control everything. And that she mentions this, she has resting bitch face as well. So not a good combination. Someone wants to control everything and they've got resting bitch face. I think definitely pre-merge boot.
I think Karin feels that her and Indy are going to be best friends, and Indy's not going to see it that way and cut bait real quick. And pre-merge Karin. And I feel the world could use a few less Karens later. So we're all good.
I wonder if there's that'll be a great voting confessional if everyone's voting for Karin. I reckon someone will drop a bit of Karin, you want to speak to the manager? Well, the manager says you're voted out. There's going to be a bit of that, I reckon. Oh, Kent.
Yeah, Kent. We got Kent, business mogul on the Brain Tribe. I get a good vibe from Kent. Possible winner pick. Who's to say? We will get there. We'll see.
So Kent is giving me Russell Hantz vibes. He is coming in as a business mogul. He's coming in as someone that's super rich. He says in his bio, he doesn't need the money. And when you don't need the money, you can do anything you want. So he's a big fan as well. He's been watching the show for 25 years. He's been auditioning every single year, much like I was. So, and he even met Jeff Probst and Mark Burnett last year. He accosted them when he was overseas. He saw them. He's just like, I have to talk to these guys. Big energy, big personality. He's going to really take over this tribe, and he is going to get burnt. He's going to be one of those flowers that bloom big, but not for a very long time. I think he's going to go out in a spectacular explosion, but I think he's going to be fantastic while he's there.
I'm definitely going post-merge. As long as you can have money, but do not tell other people that you have money. As long as that secret is kept, I love this guy. So far, I love, a good bad guy is great. And if this guy is that, I'm for it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna play that role. I think he's gonna lean into that role. And I think he's gonna come across super cutthroat and super, it's all going to happen, but I don't think he's going to last long. I think he's going to make the pre-merge part of the show really interesting, and then I think he's going to go. Oh,
Laura, she's a witch. I have never seen a witch on reality television that I'm aware of. I am pro Laura the Witch. I think Laura is definitely post-merge, and we shall see how long that story is told.
Yeah. She is one of these players, like super fan as well. Did a lot of the stuff I did pre-show. She practiced puzzles. She's got things in her back garden that she practices challenges on. Like, she is all in on the show. She knows the game. She's a really interesting person, I think, because she's going to be portrayed as this kooky witch that can read people's auras and do that. She's going to lean into that, but she is so much smarter than she's going to put out there. She's going to know the game. She's going to know how to build alliances, and she's going to be super personable. So I think she is going to be a fulcrum of a lot of people's relationships. I think she's going to be the person that's oh, yep, talking over here, coming over here, but she's not going to be targeted. And I think she's going to be around for a big, big part of the game. I think almost end game, very close, like final 5, final 6, I think.
Yeah, my fiance is an empath. The great Duchess of Double Bay, Cara, also an empath. They've spoken to one another via FaceTime, and I've spoken to both of them in real life. And if you'd like to speak to me and Eden in real life, we're going to be in Melbourne at the Emerald Peacock on St. Paddy's Day, March 17th. Come see us. Tickets available very soon at survivortix.com. That's survivortix.com. Get ready. Holy moly. And we are, if you go VIP, there is a raffle. We are giving away to a VIP person. There's no additional charge. We're giving away a signed Genevieve Survivor 47 buff. That is insanity. Get ready, folks. It's happening. But I love the empath. I love the empath E of Laura, much like my fiance and Cara, the Duchess Double Bay. I also feel like there's a little bit of an extra Carney vibe that my fiance and Cara are missing. And so with that, I'm with you. I have Laura post-merge, once again, possible winner pick. We're not there yet. We shall see.
Ooh, yes, good. I like it. Who's up next? What do we got?
We have Logan, AFL WAG. I think I know what that means. I'm not sure. Who doesn't love a good influencer that's never seen the show that will be on for 3 episodes?
Yeah. Yep. Look, WAG is like a wife and girlfriends of like footy players and stuff. So she's a model. She's got kids. She's got a couple of kids. So she's a little bit more worldly than your straight out of high school models and stuff. But she says herself, she's got no filter, and that she's more than just a WAG. She's tougher and everything like that. But I think she's going to struggle out there. I think she'll need some people around her, like whether Laura can pick her up and some of these other guys. But yeah, I don't think she's long for the game either. I'd agree with you there, John.
I'm getting Frankie / Sophie vibes. Frankie from Rebels v Titans, and Sophie from Blood versus Water. Wasn't her name Sophie?
So, yeah. I could see that. Yeah, Frank. I don't think she's as strong physically as Frankie was. Frankie was. I think she's leading more into the influencer sort of side of things, I think, than Frankie did. But and I'm not sure. Although like she had kids in her 20s, so she's still quite young. And maybe that'll help her relate to some of the other parents in the tribe. And considering this season actually has quite a lot of parents, a lot more than our season. There was only like 4 of us with kids. So that could help her a little bit.
If only they had waited 1 more season to cast you, Eden.
Yeah, it could have been on the parent season. Well, me and Charles had the Big Daddy Alliance. We were like the only 2 dads out there on our tribe. But obviously that didn't make it that far, me and Charles.
The invisible parents.
Oh, that hits home.
Wow, too soon.
Yeah, too soon.
Pre-merge Logan. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, same. Let's see. Who we got?
Max, primary school teacher. This guy looks like a miniature version of the alpha wolf, and I am for that all day long. We need more alpha wolf in our lives.
Yes. Now, Max seems really interesting. Max has got a lot of pre-show sort of press and content, and he is bouncing off the walls. He is full of energy. He's a primary school teacher. He could be too much, but he's also a really big fan. He says he's joking and mucking around is going to get people to trust him, and he's going to hang around longer in the game. He's full of energy. He says he's strong as well, but he looks off the wall crazy. And I think people are either going to love him on the tribe or find him too much and irritating. And but I think he's going to be I think he's going to be Simon-like, where he's going to want to have all these plans, or even Alex wanting to have all these plans and do all these things, and no one's going to really take him seriously, and no one's going to be like, Max, that's a really good idea, and things are going to fall flat for him. But he's just going to have that positive, big energy out there. I think. Yeah, I think he's going to be really, really fun to watch. But he's been watching since he was a kid with his dad as well. So he's another big fan. So I'd like to see him go pretty far.
Yeah, I'm going post-merge. Another possible winner pick. We'll get there. But let's talk about the alpha wolf of it all. Did you love the alpha wolf and like the story that was, because when you first see the alpha wolf, I believe it was Zach, he was hateable. And then, fast forward, to the origin story and the birds and everything, you're just like, is this the sweetest human being on the planet?
You turned full around, did you? No, I did not, John. I did not. I'm not a fan of the alpha wolf.
1,000%. Oh, I love the alpha wolf. I am here for mini alpha wolf Max.
Okay,
t-shirt,
good.
maybe TBD.
TBD, yeah, good. But I think Max is going to be really fun to watch.
Yes. Myles, financial analyst, brain try once again. Give me some more.
Okay, so obviously financial analyst, and he comes across, he says that he's going to run all the numbers. He's going to be someone in the game that is running the alliances and the voting blocks. And okay, we need this many people to do this, and we've got to split on this. He strikes me as someone that's going to be thinking about the game very much. He got into the show like he was a COVID convert, and then he just watched every single episode and just fully absorbed every part of the show. So he's a big, big fan. I think he's initially going to have a really rough start. I think people are going to think that he's too much, or that he's a weak link in amongst all these other guys. But I'm pretty sure someone like him will connect with some of the girls, and they're going to form a little bit of a block. So he's going to be someone that's going to be targeted early, but he's going to get under the radar, and then he's just going to hang around. And then once he gets to merge, I think he's going to be one of those players that people are going to forget about and not target him, because there's bigger fish to fry, and he's going to get pretty far. But fun thing about him, he's also quite into his sport. He's a pole dancer. He also plays like indoor and stuff like that. So he feels that he's got a secret strength to him that people are not going to know about as well.
I look at Myles as the Australian version of a U.S. Survivor new era player that I actually like, and there's not a lot of them. I think we're gonna walk away with a good feel-good story, and I don't know how long that story is gonna be told, but I think Myles is definitely post-merge.
Yeah, I think Myles is definitely post-merge. I'm getting like Kristin Hibiki vibes from him. That's what I'm getting.
Oh, well, I said I liked him before. You've ruined that.
Oh,
Jeez. Ugh.
I love Kristin. There we go. This is just how we don't always connect, John. It's all right. Oh, Rich.
Yeah. We're not required to feel the same. We have Rich, film director. I like the energy from Rich. He loves to hold a coconut and yell and do things. Post merge, let's go. Tell me more.
Yeah. So he is, again, really big energy. He wants to. He talks about in his pre-show that he wants to go balls to the wall. He wants to do a lot of like make moves, do things, and you can see his energy is that. His energy is, yeah, I want to just do things. I love coming up with ideas, and he's creative. I don't think we've had too many film directors in, and it's an interesting casting like archetype, because obviously casting directors have to see the whole picture, or film directors have to see the whole picture, and they have to know everyone's little part in the game. So that could actually give him like a really good understanding of where people are in the tribe. But I think Rich is going to fall to big move-itis. I think he is going to feel, okay, I've just got to do something. I think he's going to be in an okay position. He's like going to feel like, I've just got to mix it up a bit. I've got to do something else. And he's going to do it a couple of times, and then people are going to stop trusting him, and it's going to sort of fall apart. But I really like his energy. Big personality. He's going to be a big person. So I think him and Kent are going to probably butt heads, because they seem like they're both big energy sort of guys. He's been told that he stirs the pot a lot, and I see that happening out there. But yeah, he said he's gonna love every minute of it. But will it pan out for him? I think he'll be around for a little while. I don't think he's like one of the first boots. I think he'll at least get right up to merge.
Big move-itis is a real disease. It affects a lot of people that play the game of Survivor. I would. This guy has big move-itis written all over his face. But I'm hoping for the best. I'm a glass half got kind of guy. Rich, I put movie, and your post merge.
Yeah, I agree. And who have we got left?
All right. Zara, VP of the PTA. Oh my, I have PTA on vinyl right over here. I'm going to grab this, grab it in a second. I am PTA is the Parent Teachers Association here in America. I'm not sure what the PTA is there, but tell me more, Eden.
No, it's exactly what it sounds like, John. She's a mum to 6-year-old twins and a 10-year-old son. And this is her quote that I think really sums her up as well. But she says she's the CEO of her household. And she's a vice president of the PTA. So she's used to dealing with lots of different dynamics between parents. But the other side of her, she's got a Bachelor of Arts and Political Science, Bachelor of Law, and Master's Education. She feels like she's more than just the CEO of her household. But she's got a lot. She's going to bring a lot from her PTA background, she said, strategy-wise, taking everyone's different opinions, filtering them, which is quite good. And also an ex-cheerleader, which shows to a level of fitness across the board there for the Broncos and the Bullets. And she feels like she's a good mix of brawn and brain. So an interesting combo. And she's doing it for her kids. She's doing it for the kids. She wants the kids to see that. That's going to be a narrative that's going to pop up a lot. I think she's going to be feeling, oh, yeah, look, I just want to add here, and I just want to show my kids how much I can do. I think she's sort of Carla-like. I think she's got that same sort of vibe. She's going to get into alliance, and she's going to be pretty loyal. I think she's going to be pretty loyal and lock in with someone there, and which is going to help her in the game longer term. I think that's going to really help her. What are you feeling, John?
Yeah, I could not find my Harper Valley PTA album. I have over 5,000 vinyl records. I will share one with you at the very end that I think you might find special to both you and myself. However, I got pre-merged Zara. I'm sorry. In spite of the vinyl connection to Harper Valley PTA, just the holding up of the buff like that, I hate that. So sorry, but you seem like a great person, and I wish you the best in your future endeavors.
Yeah, but you're not long for this game. She does want to be a cool mum. She doesn't want to be a normal mum. She wants to be a cool mum. What have we got? Are we on to that's it? That's the brains. Yeah.
On Deal or No Deal Island, there's a woman that refers to herself as the cool aunt, and I'm like, there's no such thing. So yeah.
Ben,
yeah. So we're on to Ben. He's a stonemason, not a Freemason, or he had the secret code to life. Brawn tribe. Ben, tell me more.
So Ben he's a dad. He's super positive, and surprisingly, again, we've got another big fan. So again, he says this is 25 years in the making, this show. He's been watching it from day one. It's his biggest bucket list item of all time. And for him, it's not even about like winning. It's just about the challenge of being there. Ultimate experiment. He loves this idea. Refers to it as a real life Jumanji, which I was a big fan of. So I think he's good. I think being a stonemason, you know what, rock solid personality. I think he's not going to try anything too crazy. So I think he's going to be around for a long time. So I think he's post merge. But yeah, it's good. Good personality. Dad of 3 teenagers. I think it's good. The parents are taking over this season. I love it.
Yeah, rock solid. I love the pun for the stonemason there, Eden. I like Ben. I think having to be so introspective over the last few days, you know, with my my grandmother and everything, you know, yes, it's great to win a show. Yes, it's great to play for the $500,000. However, at the end of the day, you're making a television show. And if this guy can just embrace the adventure, embrace the opportunity, embrace everything that all that is, if he can give us good television, that's a win. I'm sure he will consider it a win for himself. I want someone like that on my television for as long as possible, even if they are a good guy. And yeah, I think Ben's post merge.
Yeah, same. Okay, who we got?
Candy, she's a model. She's great. Give her the 500,000. What else do I need to know?
Candy the model. Well, I'm instantly. Are you getting the same? Are you getting Courtney Yates vibes? Like instantly?
Yeah.
Massively. Yeah. She a little bit more about her. Surprisingly, another fan. Like you don't get that combination of model and fan too often, especially someone that is coming in from that sort of background. She is she says she puts up with a lot of stuff as a model, and she's got through it all. So tough life. But I do think she's going to be better at challenges than we think. She's also dyslexic, so she's had to overcome that in her life. So there's a bit of a growth narrative there. She had a Survivor-themed 8th birthday party. So it makes you feel old when people are having 8th birthday parties for Survivor, and now they're on the show. But again, surprisingly, that she's a fan. So I think she she will get, being a fan, I think she's going to connect with some of the other fans on the season, and I actually think that's going to do her well. Usually someone in this archetype gets out pretty early, but I think because she actually knows the show, that's going to do her well, and she's going to get through up until, I think maybe a swap, maybe she swap screwed, I think maybe.
Well, our childhood friend Theo Huxtable also suffered from dyslexia, and thanks to the wisdom of Bill Cosby, made it through it. So there is that. Candy, definitely Courtney Yates vibes. Great, long time, big time friend of mine. I'm rooting for Candy. Maybe winner pick, definitely post merge.
Nice. We got
Jesse, pro skater, if that is a real job. This is comparable to AI. Tell me more.
So pro skate. So famously, Shani in her first season of Australian Survivor, her job was pro skater's wife. So now we've got the pro skate. We've got the other half of the equation now. So let's see if he can do as well as Shani. But look, I don't know, man. I'm not getting great vibes from Jesse. He is coming in. All he's talking about is being funny and cheeky and making jokes and being passionate, and that's his energy coming in. And I think, look, it's going to rub some people the wrong way. He does some good things in his spare time. He runs. He comes across as this sort of fun, goofy guy, but he actually owns this skateboarding company, and that business side of him, he reckons, is going to help him in the game. So he's got this fun-loving, like, I'm just a skater, but also he runs this successful business, and he's got a wife, he's got a family, he's got it all connected on the back end. But is he going to try and be the funny guy, the quirky, crazy guy on the Brawn tribe? It could rub some people the wrong way. I think he is going to. I think he might be pre-merge. I think he might be pre-merge boot, unfortunately, for Jess.
I hate the Hot Topic button-up shirt. I would like a skateboard from Jesse, please, if you can work that out. But I think you're pre-merge, buddy.
Yeah, same. Who have we got?
Kate, she's a dancer and a DJ. Do I have a second winner pick? Possibly. Yes, I would love a Kate and Candy alliance.
I honestly, I think Kate is a dark horse. I agree with you, John. I think she's a dancer and a DJ, but she is bubbly. She's personable. She says she's going to play into the dumb girl, like, I'm just a girly girl. But she's actually a lot smarter than she's going to project on the show. So you're saying, she loves. Let's see, she's got OCD as well. So that's something that she's going to find hard out there, not having everything sort of perfect in her own head. But it's something that she's got through, and it's obviously been challenging for her. But she's risen above that. I think she could go really far. I think if she gets in the right alliance, I think she's way smarter, and people are going to underestimate her as well. So I've got some. I think she could do really well. I think she could do really well. She's wanting people to underestimate her, and then she's said she's quite happy to cut their throats at that point. Boom, she says, know people's weaknesses and get them out. So yeah, I'm high on Kate. I think she's going to get close to the end.
I think this is the greatest pre-cast photo in the history of Survivor of any country, anything ever. Are you kidding me? If Kate does not win this season of Survivor, I feel like there is a gentleman that will give her the equivalent of $500,000 in her life, no problem. So she has technically already won. Yes, post-merge, and whoever votes out Kate, know this: I will hate you.
Yeah, yes. Who we got?
Kristin, aviation firefighter. We love firefighters on Survivor Australian version.
We do.
Wow,
So,
I feel like you've caught up. You've caught up to me audio wise. How did that
oh,
happen?
good. Hey, here we go. We're back in.
Oh
We're
my
back in sync
God,
now.
is that crazy? All
So
right,
much
so
better.
yeah, so Kristin, no chance. Let's go. Oh, who was the one? Paige. She gives me Paige vibes, and we all know God doesn't like Paige.
We are seriously, we are on the same page because I had down in my notes. This is Paige vibes. I think she is a little bit older. I think it's gonna be a bit hard for her to connect with some of these slightly younger people. I'm getting first episode boot. I'm getting first boot vibes from her. Yeah, I think. So all she talks about in her pre-show is she's traveled the world. Kindness is a strength, not a liability, and she's going to be super loyal. I just don't think she's going to connect with people, and she's not. She doesn't say that she's a big fan or knows the game, but I just don't think she's going to have time to create those bonds with people, and I think she's going to be first boot, unfortunately.
Is she like a friend of a cousin of casting or something? Like what's happening here?
I don't know. She doesn't. Yeah, there's nothing. It doesn't pop. Doesn't pop. I don't think.
Like Eden, you literally send a tape every year, and then here's Kristin. Like, oh, all right, cool. I get it. Oh, wait, do I?
Good.
I mean,
good.
I'm just throwing that, Chris. I'm sure you're a lovely person.
Same. But this is the characters that is being portrayed.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We're I like to say this at the beginning of the cast assessments, and I never do because I always forget. We are positive that all of you are the greatest people ever. There's a reason that they sought you out, found you, presented them to us, the world, and you're great. However, we're making an entertaining show. Like, we're looking for anything to have fun with, and that's all we're doing. This is just for entertainment. No betting, as Dave Letterman used to tell us. This is purely what was the gimmick? Do you remember the line? Is exhibition, not a competition.
Yeah. There you go.
Yes. Thank you. So yes, Kristin, we love you. I am gonna double down. This is a first boot.
Yeah, you are as well. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so brains are winning the first challenge that should obviously be won by the Brawn tribe, but they're not because there's some brain element to it, and they're gonna fuck it up. And Kristin's gonna be the casualty of war.
I think so.
Do I need to make the God doesn't like Paige t-shirt?
What with Kristin's face on it?
No, just with Paige's face on it. Yeah. I've been contemplating this for years. I'm like, why have I not made that t-shirt yet? I haven't. Yeah, so Eden, peek behind the curtain. We do a podcast on the challenge and the challenge all-stars. And there's this guy named Steve, and Steve's real life job is he's a hand model. Okay.
Oh, like George from Seinfeld.
Yeah. Yes. So before challenges, he has to put on gloves. Okay, it's so obnoxious. So anyway, we refer to him on the podcast as Handjob Steve.
Yeah, well, as he should be known, as he should be, and maybe no one can compare to the beauty of his own hands, John.
Yeah. So of course at fairplayshirts.com, I have a Handjob Steve t-shirt available. Who doesn't want a Handjob Steve t-shirt?
Oh, good. Who's up next? I don't need one, John. Don't send one.
There we go. Morgan, Olympic sprinter. I'm getting Brooke vibes. And that's a good thing.
I'm getting big Brooke energy from here. I reckon Morgan could almost be my winner's pick. I think she's got the social game. She's super fit. I think she's going to connect with people. I think she's an all-round package. She seems really personable. She talks about like obviously another success. She says a lot of it goes to her mother. She gets on with her really well. What else? Guided Me Foundation. So yeah, she's look having that athlete mindset, but also being really personable and being able to get along with people is such a great combination. She's going to be super competitive. She's going to be one of the strongest girls on this other tribe, and she's going to. I think she's going to. Yeah, I think she could be a winner.
The athleticness of Australian Survivor versus US Survivor is a huge component. Where in US Survivor, especially in the new era, you know, if you're remotely athletic, you're not going to get cast. If you are, you're a threat.
Yeah.
So whereas Australian Survivor, it's still valued, and it's not a handicap.
No, not until later on, anyway. But I think initially,
even later on, I feel you can be strong, and it's not like, oh, well, they're strong, they have to go. It's just like, oh, well, you know, they're just a good player.
Yeah, I think our game has evolved to a point now where it's not just like, okay, yeah, we've got to get rid of this person. He's going to win all the challenges, because that back end of the show, everyone knows now the challenges aren't just purely strength challenges. It's all balanced.
They're carnival games.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't need to be super fit to win those ones at the back end. I think everyone's really aware of that now. But in saying that, I think she's got a good. That sprinter's body, that balance, that female. I think that always does really well in those challenges. So I actually think she could go on a bit of a run as well in the back end of the game.
Yeah, like, so if she's on US Survivor and Jeff Probst goes Olympic sprinter, like that they're using that against her. Whereas you know, JLP could be like Olympic sprinter, like, hell yeah, girl, like, let's go. Like
yeah.
I like I in game possible winner pick. If she's yours, I'm choosing someone else, but I like your thinking. And 3 hot girl alliance, let's fucking go. So I'm sorry, Brains. Brawn is kind of owning the hot girl collective here. Are you catching that? I mean, you're allowed to look.
They've done well. They've done well.
Yeah. All right.
Look, they're all good. Well, yeah.
Nash, he's breaking up this monotony. He's a salesman. If you need a vacuum cleaner, he's your guy.
So Nash is going to be wild. He is big energy. He's going to come out there swinging wild. He's going to self-implode almost instantly. He's going to be one of those people that's going to do something straight away, and it's just going to all blow up. Now, interestingly enough, I've got it on good authority. He's actually Ferris's friend. So Ferris knows him in real life.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. So I get what's his name? Matt the cop?
Matt.
What's his name?
From which
What was the cop that was so horrible? Episode 1. He was the worst.
Which season?
Or maybe he went out episode 2. He went out very early. I feel like Andy's season. Wasn't it Matt? Am I wrong? Oh my god.
Andy's season, maybe. Blood versus Water. Is that what you think? Or are you thinking Andy's original?
No. Before that, Andy's first season, maybe Andy's first. The cop that was bossing everyone. He's like the worst Survivor player ever.
Yeah,
and like in real life, he's awesome.
Yeah, but he was like just ordering people around and stuff. Yeah, and I don't think Nash is going to be ordering people around, but he's going to get in everyone's face and throw it all around. And I think he's just going. I think he's first. Well, if Kristin's first boot, I think Nash is second or third boot.
Yeah, I think Nash is just going to say the wrong thing.
Yes.
Nash is a fish out of water on this tribe.
Yeah. Looking at everyone else,
like, I mean, listen, you guys. Yeah. Like, you guys formed the invisible hand so early on Titans v Rebels, and it was just beautiful. And it was like, oh, this is what we want. This is great. You know, we get the Godfather. Like, it's all great. and you know, and you know, some of these things are not like the others. Nash is not like the others.
Yeah. Looking at that group, I don't see who he's
Yeah.
going to connect with at all. I don't see who he's going to form an alliance with out of everyone on that group. So yeah, I think he's second or third boot.
Yeah, but I want to hang out with Nash in Australia, and if he's in Sydney the night before me and your event, Eden, I will be in Sydney, Australia. That's right, me, King George, and Ferris. They're just VIP guests there. Tickets available at survivortix.com next week. Get ready, it's gonna be big. Yeah, we will be in Sydney, Australia on 16th of March, and then the 17th of March I will be in Melbourne with you, Eden. Oh, it's gonna be crazy. survivortix.com. And at that event, we're only giving away a signed Rebels v Titans Ferris buff. I mean, you know, no big deal. Just you know, just for the VIPs that want to be VIPs and have a chance at getting something that hardly anyone on the planet has or could ever get.
Get excited. If only I lived
Mind
in
blown.
Sydney.
There we go.
Could get to
For
hang out
those
with
of
Ferris.
you listening, not watching, Eden is losing his mind. Eden is flying to Sydney because he wants the buff. Did you get a buff, Eden?
I've got my buff from the island. Yeah, I've got my buff, my actual island buff. Yeah, they let you keep it. It's great.
Did you get another one? Because those were few and far between to get.
No, I didn't get another one. I've just got mine from the island. They're very hard to get. I've just got my original one, and I'm not giving that away, John. Sorry, it's mine.
Yeah, no, you're good. We're giving away a Genevieve buff. It's fine. So the lag is back. Don't worry, folks. Next, Nunan, Laura in parentheses. She's a footy fanatic. So in America, that means something completely different. But please explain.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. No, so a footy fanatic is someone that loves AFL football. Her whole family is in AFL football. She's obsessed with it. She plays it. She's all involved. It's funny that like this is her job description though. But at the same time, she's a huge fan. She's a massive fan. She feels like she knows more. She's going to be the biggest fan on the season. And there's a lot of people that think that between Laura and Noonan. And Noonan's name is Laura, but she went out there. She wanted to get the last name call, much like a Cochrane. She's wearing the Cochrane sweater vest. She knows what's going to be happening out there. I think she, like Laura on the Brains tribe, I think this Laura Noonan is going to be the cog between a lot of the Brawns. I think she's going to be around for a while. I think she's definitely going to make jury. She's going to be really fun while she's out there. She's going to embrace her role as a Brawn, and she's going to crack some skulls out there, I reckon.
I love Laura. Apologies, Laura. I love you, Noonan. I am a member of the last name call out list. I am Fairplay. I don't like the Cochrane sweater vest because I don't like Cochrane, and I don't like the sweater vest, and I don't like the fact that Cochrane professes to be one of the smartest survivors of all time, but never bothered to get a base tan because that's what you would fucking do if you're going to a fucking island. But different story for a different time. I am rooting for you, Noonan. I cannot wait to meet you. There's no way that you will either be in Sydney or Melbourne on 16th or 17th of March. survivortix.com. And don't wear the sweater vest. Can't wait to see you. And you are definitely post-merge.
Okay, who's up?
Paulie, you're a paramedic. I don't I don't know. Tell me more.
So he's from Sydney. He's a paramedic, and he's actually been on. We've got a show in Australia where they follow paramedics around with a camera, and you can watch them do their lives. It's called like Ambulance Australia, and he's on that. So he's got a bit of understanding of what it's like to be on TV, and you can tell he's going to approach the game in a similar way. He's going to be a bit of a character out there. I think he's going to push, and he's incredibly ripped as well, like incredibly fit, CrossFit, swimming. He's looking good. He's another fan, and his favorite player is Simon. So he's a big Simon fan. He's going to try and approach the game like Simonator. He wants to be a bit of a challenge beast come later on in the game. He says his biggest strength is going to be able to kill people straight away, making them feel at ease because he's doing it in his job. Part of that is being a paramedic. You talk to people, you make them feel comfortable with yourself. But he's super social, and I think he's going to be around for a long time. I think he's going to be sort of end game. I think Paulie.
Yeah, with the celebrityism that he brings to the table, I think that people are gonna be drawn to him. I think they're gonna automatically like him because we all like celebrities. That's the reason we buy the tabloid publications. That's the reason we followed the TMZ of it and everything. I see Paulie as making it far, but I see him as someone to where I'm making the strike at like final 7 or final 6, a little earlier than the actual end game because I don't want him there out of fear.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but a very handsome man. So kudos. This Brawn tribe is really kicking ass on the looks. So yeah, Paulie, can't wait to hang out with you and take pictures that I will get more Instagram likes with. So thank you.
Maybe they
PD Paul, he's an
PD,
NPL football head coach because if we didn't have these athletes that no one in America has ever heard of.
Yeah.
What will we be doing?
That's right. Now let's see. So coach vibes. I think Nunan's going to like him, get him involved. Obviously, they've got the footy connection there. He's a city boy. He likes city stuff. He says he's never lived in sort of the outdoors. So, like he says, he's slept on the beach a few times, but he's interested to embrace that. His favorite player is Kirby. He wants to sort of embrace how she played the game. Who else? Like he's going to come in there. He reckons as a coach, he's got a lot of plans because Kirby obviously was a footy coach as well. He's going to come in there. He says he's got a plan A and a plan B and a plan C. And he's going to miss his dog the most while he's out there, not his family, but don't tell them that. I think PD's going to be someone that's going to be in the alliance. He's not going to be making any moves. He's not going to be doing anything too big, but he's going to be a loyal follower until he gets cut just in the jury phase, I think.
I got pre-merge PD. I feel when certain castaways name a Kirby or a new player versus digging deep, if you will, on their favorite player, more times than not is production gave you 3 episodes to watch and he's like, oh, I like Kirby. If you're like, hey, I think Kirby's great, I want to play just like Kirby, that's wonderful. And I think Kirby as a player is an amazing player. I think Kirby, as far as television is concerned, is not one of the greatest players. As I said, I've met Kirby. I love Kirby in real life. But TV wise, I was a bigger Ferris fan. I was a bigger Mock fan. And I was a bigger Eden fan personally. So Caroline, real life, blows away all of you, but TV, not so much. I'm going PD pre-merge.
Yeah.
We're ready for that hot take. Were you, Eden?
No. Cool. Okay, we're coming to the end now. We've only got a couple more, I think. Who's up?
Shots fired. Ursula, she's a power lifter, and like most Ursulas, like most power lifters, her name is Ursula.
So Ursula is obviously she's coming in with full competitive mode. She's super into her fitness and coaching. She says she's too honest. She's honest to a fault. She's going to be honest to people's faces, which is never good in this game. It's gotten into trouble a few times. And anyone that says like, if you can't handle it, that's not my problem. That's your problem. That does not bode well for a player in this game. I think they're going to go quite early. I think that look, she does mention that she's got a sense of human bubbly. It doesn't come across in any of her sort of press or anything. The easiest part of the game will be stabbing people in the back, she says. I think her body type will help her out initially, but later on in the game, that sort of power lifter body type does not really help you in a lot of those challenges. So I'm not sure how much of a challenge beast she's going to be later on in the game. I don't think she's quite going to get there. I think she might just make the jury as part of someone else's alliance, and then she gets cut. But yeah, her competitiveness, she'll be a stable of the game because people will keep her around at the start, and then she's gone after that.
I'm getting Danny vibes, not the black one, the other Danny. And we saw how long Danny lasted, but I feel they're very similar characters. But I feel like this is the Danny I wanted, and I'm going pre-merge right before the merge. Zen, he's a hip hop artist, is he? He's got a wife beater. Kid Rock would like him. Tell me more.
Oh man. Okay, so the youngest of all the tribe, and I think that sort of comes across. I think I'm worried about Zen. I don't think he's going to connect with anyone. He says, I just don't think he knows the game. I think he has no idea what Survivor is. He talks about utilizing his influence and psychological tricks and all this sort of stuff. And he's really happy to manipulate people. I think he's going to not get on with anyone. He's going to be swallowed up by the bigger personalities like Paulie and Nash and Nunan and Kate and Candy. I think, he's not long for this game. He's pre-merge boot. He's not going very far at all, I don't think his hip-hopness will keep him around for very long in the game. Oh, look at that.
Original pressing. I think his psychological tricks are he's an idiot. So yes, pre-merge.
Good. That's everyone, isn't it? Is that everyone?
Yes. Hold on. Let's see. Yes. Hold on.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. So that's it. Hopefully it will bring us back to full screen. I don't know while we're slowed down.
Yeah. Yes. There we go.
So who is your winner pick?
I think I'm going to go with Morgan. I think Morgan's got some great energy. I think she's going to be right up there. That's going to be my winner pick. My first boot pick is going to be Kristin. And look, shout outs to, I think Laura's going to do well as well. That's who I'm going. What about you? What about you, John?
Oh my God, I can't remember. So who
I
who
can't
was
remember.
the new,
It's gone from your memory completely.
who was the new page?
Then you want to go Kristin, the new page.
Yeah, yeah. So but you said her.
I said her first boot. Morgan's my
No. I'm going first boot first. No,
Oh
okay.
yeah,
So
well, you can go
yeah,
first. You can go. We can have the same first boot. That's fine.
I mean, I feel we should. I'm going to mix it. I'm going to go Nash.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
I also
The whole thing is set up for Brains versus Brawn, just like David versus Goliath. Is Brawn should win the first challenge,
yes,
but they are not.
They're not going to win it. I've got a feeling. Right.
I mean, like, right? Have we learned anything? Which, once again, we're probably wrong here.
We're probably wrong.
Yeah.
I think yeah. But who's your winner? Who's your winner though? Are you going?
There's Candy and there's
Kate was the other one you liked.
Candy and Kate. Oh my God, can they share the money and make a video about it? Maybe, I don't know, .onlyfans. Oh my God. You know what? I'm gonna go a little crazy here. Who's the footy girl?
Nunan.
I'm gonna go heart over other parts.
Oh, okay. Lower than this.
Yes. I love the Nunan energy. So as I said, I don't like the sweater vest. It's upsetting. And this, I like for all the accolades that Karin gives himself. I'm just like, I mean, dude, fucking base tan, dude. You know you're going to an island. Get a fucking base tan. Go fuck yourself. You're a fucking moron. So, and then second time out, still no base tan. Still the fucking sweater vest.
Love it. Love it, mate. So you're Nunan, I'm Morgan. So we've both gone for a Brawn, interestingly enough.
I know, but you know, I feel that we need a Brawn to win because we need to revisit this a third time.
Yeah, well, if you think about it, because we had Haley win the first time. Spoiler alert, which is, and even Ferris was a rebel who won our season. So we haven't had the Titan / the Brawn win yet. Overall though, I probably am more excited for the Brain tribe. I think the character mix there is going to be really, like, I think with your Maxes, your AJ, I think Max, AJ, Rich, Myles, Laura. I think there's a lot of fun big characters there.
I think they will not get along like the Brawns. I feel like this Brawn tribe they could have put in a couple more alphas to where there would have been more disharmony. But I feel like the casting, and we could be once again completely wrong, or I feel on paper it looks more harmonious on the Brawn tribe, and if they had thrown in a few more alphas, it would not be. I feel that our brains that should be psychologically and intelligently smart enough not to be unharmonious are gonna be unharmonious because they've picked some crazy people.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think the Brawn tribe has some more obvious first boots, and I think that's always handy. When you know, okay, this person, they're going to go. Okay, what can we do? And then you can build everyone else together and you start getting along with everyone else. Whereas, the first Brain boot, it's going to be a little harder, depending on what happens with the girls and the alliance over there. Kent could blow himself up over there.
I'm saying AI first boot from the Brain.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, she doesn't even have a real job.
I think maybe the doctor, Karin, might have trouble over there as well.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, and doctors don't fare that great as well in the history of Survivor.
Yeah, correct.
But I want to share something. I just got this in the mail today, and I purchased this because A is one of my favorite albums as a child, and B, this person is going to be in concert here in the next few months, and this venue is a little easier to get backstagey too.
Yeah. What? Oh wow! Oh wow, mate! You're speaking my language. I went and saw him when he came out a couple of years ago over here. So good, so good.
The in shrink with the hype.
Man,
Near
that's
mint,
good.
of course,
Love
like
it. That
most of my collection.
you're speaking my language. You're speaking my language.
I thought you'd appreciate. I mean, based on the shirt alone.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really
and
good.
the month.
Yeah.
I feel there.
Yeah.
I feel there's a lot going on there, and what made Eden.
If you can get backstage and get a photo with Weird Al, that's a moment right there. I'd be very jealous of that.
Okay, well, I am anxiously looking forward to making you jealous. So, well, guess what? Everyone can be backstage when you join me and Eden in person in Melbourne. We will be at the Emerald Peacock on St. Patrick's Day. Oh my God!
Green beer. We'll get some green beer into us on the 17th. It's going to be great.
Do you guys do the green beer in Australia?
Yeah, the Irish pubs do. The Irish pubs go nuts for it.
Okay, and the 16th, which is a Sunday, I will be in Sydney. It's myself with VIP guests King George and Ferris, and we are going to be at the Grove Bar. Oh yeah, that place is awesome. Capacity limited to 60 people. That is it. This thing will sell out in minutes as soon as we announce the tickets. They'll be at survivortix.com. There will be one VIP will win a signed Rebels buff signed by Ferris.
Ferris, winner of Titans versus Rebels.
I cannot believe that they did not make buffs accessible to you guys on that seat. Like, was there a different COVID going on last year that I'm not aware of?
That's all I've got, John. That's all I've got.
Yeah. So
it's still got dirt, it's still got Samoan. Look at that. It's still got Samoan dirt on it.
I can smell it through the camera. So I'm looking at the Titans buff that harkens back to my first Pearl Islands buff. But did you notice the bronze buff is almost exactly Pearl Islands?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. That makes me so happy.
Pearl Islands buff. That's a keeper right there. I wish I'd get one of them.
I have a few of those. I feel like you know what I do have.
Hook me up.
Quick show and tell.
Hey,
is that crazy?
Where'd you get that from? That's great.
I can't say his name, but I will say this. Yeah. He is a king.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh wait,
you've really narrowed it down. I mean,
oh, you know what? I will not say who gave me that buff, but I will say I'm their favorite OG supervillain. Actually, I can't believe he didn't do an asterisk other than Sandra. His King George, my good friend King George is an asshole, but you can once again be backstage and meet King George and me and Ferris in Sydney and me and Eden. Oh my God, we're gonna blow the roof off the Emerald Peacock on the 17th. Really so the last party that I had there, I don't know if you're aware of this. There were 130 people there.
Yeah, it was good.
Just fans, and then no current cast was allowed.
No, I wasn't there.
But Raymond did shave his head, and the only time Raymond was ever famous in his entire life, no one recognized him because he fell off there. But he does amazing parlor tricks. He can eat any color crayon, and based on the flavor, tell you what color it is. So there is that. And he may be at one of he may be in Sydney or Melbourne. Where does Eden? Where's Raymond live?
He's up in Sydney.
Oh, okay. Who's to say?
Keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out. All right. So should we spoil the news now? I somehow, some way have the ability to watch Australian Survivor live as it happens.
Which is outright,
So,
even though it's 4 a.m. for you.
No, 3 a.m. So
Sorry.
here's what's happening, folks, because I love you guys. I love you, Eden. I love Australia. I love my American fans that share my love of Australian Survivor, which is a very great version of Survivor. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
I will be waking up every episode, except while I'm there, because I'll just be there. But I'll be waking up at 2:30 a.m. with a little bit of coffee, watching the episode. 90 minutes later, or 95 minutes later, I will have to pee from the coffee, maybe something else. Who's to say? And you and I will be doing night of live podcasts talking about the episodes. That is crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. You've gone too far this time, Johnny. You've gone too far.
This is the one. This is the one where I've gone too far.
You pushed the envelope too far. It's going to be wild. I'm looking forward to it, mate. I can't wait to break down the every move, every season, every episode. It's going to be great.
Well, I love your perspective. As I said, students of the game. I love your takes. I feel they're comparable but different. And you saw here today. We're not the same person. So
well, it's going to be great. This is my
you're
first.
8 feet taller than me.
Yeah. I look down on a lot more things than you.
You look down on my opinions, literally.
But this is the first season I'm watching, and I haven't been on it, so that's going to be really good that I can just go. Obviously, all
that
out
changes everything because you as a fan you knew everything, and then you went out there like, oh yeah.
Yeah. There's another
because I thought I was going to be the greatest Survivor player of all time, and I could not make any mistakes because I've already analyzed every mistake that everyone else has ever made.
Yeah, and sometimes that doesn't help you, John. It sometimes doesn't help you.
Yeah,
which I found out to my own chagrin. Yeah,
Caroline, the greatest television. The greatest person in real life. Sorry. She is amazing in real life. Like, for those of you that like, I follow what you say on the social medias and on the Reddits and all the things. Caroline is incredible in real life and quite the potty mouth, which I respect more than anything else. Did not get the edit that reflects any of that.
No. She is absolutely lovely, and we love Caro, and she is, she's the sweetest, nicest person. But yeah, she does have the mouth of a sailor.
Yes. So, and Mock is he's a piece of shit and got like a wonderful edit, and I love him for that.
Long live the invisible hand.
And you're just the nice guy.
Until I'm not fair play. Until I'm not.
All right. Fair enough. I mean, we can arm wrestle for money in Melbourne if you want.
Well, we'll just wait. Just wait for Australia versus the World 2 done. I'll meet you out there, and we'll see how we go.
Oh, sweet. Hey, have you ever naked leg wrestled in an appearance? All right, we'll continue this conversation off air. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you press that subscribe button. Definitely use the likes. Leave the comments. Tell us who you think your first boot pick is, who your winner pick is. We will make fun of you, all of you. And Eden, lastly, where can everybody find you on the socials?
Yes, you can get me at Eden Porter 1 on Instagram, or Eden Porter on the old X Twitter platform, as well as me and my brother will be doing some weekly little recaps on Survivor Debrief as well. So be sure to check them out once the season starts as well. So yeah, a lot happening, lots of fun to be had. Cannot wait for this new season.
Cannot wait. And make sure you guys click subscribe and like and all that on Eden's pod with his brother. You cover some other really cool stuff. You do. So give us a quick glimpse. Where can everybody find all of that?
So also you can go to me and my brother also do a comedy show called Game Boys Comedy, which you can get to through YouTube. We do live performances. And as well, I've got another podcast called Cancelled Movie Report with me and my friend Cambo, where we remake films that never got made. We get sort of abandoned scripts. We get voiceover artists and we remake them as audio dramas. It's the closest thing you can get to without actually seeing the movie. And we're just filming
or paying for it.
Yeah, well, copyright infringement. Yeah. But that's another good one. Check us out at Cancelled Movie Report as well.
Yes. Everybody, please click like, subscribe, all the things. I'm at Jonny Fairplay on everything but TikTok. I'm Fairplay Talk because I had a different phone when I got TikTok the first time 38 years ago, whenever it first launched. And yeah, go to JonnyFairplay.com for links to everything. Get yourself a cameo. Oh my God, it's Valentine's Day, and nothing says I love you like a cameo from Jonny Fairplay in front of my Jeff Probst with the mullet stand up over here and with all the Survivor stuff. And unfortunately, I have a grandma tombstone that House of Villains made for me for the premiere party. And I am actually first looking at this for the first time since my grandma passed. This very moment, holy moly, that is something real. Yeah. So JonnyFairplay.com, links to everything, cameo.com/JonnyFairplay. But yeah, whoo, oh my God, I was not quite ready for that one, Eden. That one just hit.
Okay.
Yeah. So
look after yourself, my man.
We will be chatting soon, next week. Is that the premiere?
Yeah, next month. Yeah, premiere next week, 17th. Get around it.
So we are days away, and we're about a month away from me and Eden in person. SurvivorTix.com. As I said, tickets go on sale next week. VIP will sell out probably for both of these because who doesn't want the buffs? The buffs are a big deal.
Yeah, exactly.
So with that, thank you everybody. We love you all, and plenty to come. Get ready, folks.